Back to Trojans Live.
Back on Trojans Live, Jordan Moore, John Jackson, and the reason we brought cameras in this season was for guests like this. I mean, the world needs to see handsome like this. It's McKay, the director, Senior Associate Athletic Director of USC Football. And JK, first and foremost, man, how's your buddy feeling? Pat Haden obviously was in the news a little over the weekend. Not feeling so well. What's your update on Pat?
He's doing fine. He was at the office today, and as annoying as ever. He's feeling better. It's basically called getting old, and it happens. But he's hanging in there, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, isn't that part of the job description for you to make sure that he stays healthy and all that kind of stuff? Isn't that part of the deal?
It is. I told him he needs to learn something that I've learned very well over the years, and that's how to sit on the couch and do nothing. and he's not good at that yet, but he's working on it.
Well, we were just talking about in the last segment distractions a little bit, and obviously you know a little something about coaching. You grew up around one. How'd your dad handle distractions? Certainly never had to deal with Twitter.
No, he didn't deal with those. You know what? My dad didn't deal with distractions. He was never, in my view, never distracted. And I think I talked to Coach Sarkisian today about that, and I don't think he's distracted. Are players distracted? There's always something. But I think we'll be fine. I think that distractions can be an excuse, and we're not interested in excuses.
JK, let's go back a little bit. When Sark got hired, of course, there was a lot of people that would say, oh, it's too much lane. It's sort of the same thing. But ever since that point, every story since that has always been a good one, up until today, right? Every single story has been a good one, sort of leading, in terms of the decisions he's made, whether it be the finishing recruiting, whether it be practice, whatever the case may be. Talk about that, the progression to get to this point.
Well, when we went through the coaching search and with Pat and Mark Jackson and Steve Lopes and I spent a lot of time, talked to a lot of coaches. You'd be amazed, literally amazed at the interest in this job. But the bottom line is, I believe with all my heart, I'm all in on the fact that this is the right guy. And I have been so impressed since he got here. I'm so impressed with his staff. I'm impressed with him every day, the way he approaches things. We're going to be fine. We're about to begin what I believe is going to be an amazing run of USC football.
How do you feel about this particular team? We come out of camp, obviously 3 or 4 injuries the team suffered. That happens in camp. How do you feel about this particular team coming out of camp?
I love this team, in that I think some of our best players are our best kids, and we have a great blend of sort of junior, senior leadership and great players, and then some really good and excellent, I think, young talent coming in. So I think the mix is great. Our numbers are ridiculously low. I mean, we've been saddled with some what I believe to be unfair restrictions. So we're thin, but we're the guys out in the field, the first 22, the first 30 of this team are really good.
JK, in getting to know this staff, it's been my opinion, throughout these last 6 months or whatever it's been, that it sort of is a different approach to hiring a staff than in the past. And correct me if I'm wrong. Of the 10 guys that are the head coaches, all 10 are recruiting coordinators. They're really good and personable guys. How much is that a change from conventional college football, where you sometimes get, the guru that sits in the office all day long and never comes out?
That's a good point, JJ. We've had in the past maybe some guys that didn't do that. This staff is all in on that. It's all about recruiting. I mean, my dad always said back in the day, great players make great plays. And this staff gets it. They're on it. The bottom line is they're young, they're energetic, they're really good guys. And then you kind of the backdrop to that is they have USC. So, so far so good. I mean, we're recruiting so well that over time, that's really going to pay off.
Do you set expectations, goals for a season like this going in? How do you set a standard for something like this?
This particular year, yeah. Here's my expectation. My expectation is in 2 or 3 years we will compete for a national championship. Can we do it this year? I hope so. There's a certain amount of almost luck involved because our numbers are so low that if the wrong things happen, it's unreasonable. But right now, what's my expectation? We'll beat everybody by 30.
Okay,
That's
you're
where I am.
You're an offensive guy. The tempo of this offense, this no huddle, up-tempo offense. What do you think?
I love it. My personal take is it's the future of football. It's not a fad. It's not going away. Play fast. You can do it. It prevents the defense from substituting. The great part for us now is we're practicing that way, so we're playing against it defensively, and we're going to play against it maybe at least half of our games this year. Teams are going to go fast, so we're prepared for it. Our players, I think, like it. So we'll see. Our numbers are a little bit low in certain spots that you kind of worry about it, but I think it's the future of football.
More snaps means more catches for these receivers means J.K. McKay on the receiving career charts. You're just going to keep getting knocked down, man.
But I'll always be above J.J. So
No.
I'm good with that.
Well, thank you, J.K. Trojans Live is brought to you by BMW. See your Southern California BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit SoCalBMW.com. Coming up at the Coliseum on Saturday, J.K. will be there. Everyone just leave him alone during the game, though. My man just likes to just watch the game. He gets a little uptight during the game, but hopefully be loose and cheery after it. We're going to come back and get JJ's final take on Trojans Live.